Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel of Pratham Test Prep. So due to some technical error, we had to start this live again. But nonetheless, yes, we will be doing this again, right? We'll be taking with question number 1. So yes, I would like you to please like this video, give this video a big thumbs up, and basically it motivates us to come up with many more videos, right? So let's quickly see. By the way, as I've already informed you, that there were 4 sets which were given in today's economics paper, right? For term 1 CBSE, 4 sets were there, but we had a hands on set 3 only. But don't worry, the questions were shuffled. There were no major changes in the questions, so it was completely fine. And we'll be discussing we'll be discussing set 3, right? So we'll be seeing what all are the questions, what was the level of the paper. Overall, if I say, the level of the paper is on the easier to moderate side. It was on the easier to moderate side, and we'll be taking question by question. Okay. So again, there were 60 questions. As you were already aware, you have given many papers by now. Abhi aapke 3-4 papers already ho chuke honge. So there were 60 questions, and you had the option of opting out from 10 questions. आप 10 questions से opt out कर सकते हो, because you were supposed to attempt only and only the 50 questions. You were supposed to attempt only 50 questions, right? So the paper, it was divided into 3 sections: section A, section B, and section C. And there were 24 questions each, in which आपके पास option था to attempt only 20 questions in section A and section B, whereas in section C, which was majorly the case based क्वेश्चन जो थे आपके, वहां पर आपका क्या था, वहां पे आपको 2 क्वेश्चन से यू कैन ऑप्ट आउट, वहां पे आप 2 क्वेश्चन से ऑप्ट आउट कर सकते थे. अदरवाइज you should have attempted the 10 questions, right? Again, no negative marking, very easy. कोई negative marking नहीं था. So तुक्का अगर मारना चाहो तो भी मारा जा सकता था. Okay. So yes, let's quickly see the first question, which is: free distribution of LPG connection to poor people is a sign of social justice. Now you need to identify the objective of the government budget. इस particular government budget में the free distribution of LPG connection. Now LPG connection is the liquefied petroleum gas connection, right? जो आपका cooking gas connection है, उससे बात हो रही है. It is not liberalization, privatization, and globalization, right? So it is basically under the, hi Ayush, hello. So it is basically under the उज्ज्वला योजना. उज्ज्वला योजना के अंदर आपको क्या है, free distribution of LPG connections दिए जाते हैं to the poor people, right? And it is a sign of what? It is a sign of social justice. So main objective क्या था government का इसका? The main objective of the government in this Ujjwala Yojana was to create equitable distribution of income, right? To create equitable distribution of income was the main objective, and this is the question of easy level. This was an easy question, right? Now second is: exports and imports of which of the following items will be a component of balance of trade? Again, a very easy question. काफी ज्यादा easy question है. If you know the definition of balance of trade, you will be able to basically solve this particular question कि export and imports किसका होता है. Export and imports in balance of trade, if we see the major component, so it is of the goods and services, right? So option C, that is merchandise, it's a right answer. Merchandise or goods and services. Okay, so that is this thing. Now hi Ayush. Now moving on to the next question, question number 3. We have: in the context of commercial bank, which of the following alternatives is correct? Now ye aapka, I would say that it is a moderate level question. Why moderate level question? Because yahan par basically you have the alternatives given in the code form. ठीक है, आपके code form में alternatives given है, which in itself rises the difficulty level. Okay, so code form में आपको alternatives given है, so you need to be very very sure that आप जो mark कर रहे हो वो correct mark कर रहे हो. So I would keep this in moderate level. Now let's see what all are the options. Option number 1 you have is: deposits are liabilities of the bank. That is bang on correct that yes, deposits जो भी होते हैं वो banks के लिए liability होते हैं. So that is correct. I would say this is true. So option 1 तो आपका है ही है इसमें. Second is that commercial banks are the creator of money. Absolutely correct, because money multiply hota hai, money create hota hai, that is true. Then commercial banks accept deposits of the general public, that is also true. And the last is that commercial banks, they accept deposits of World Bank for agriculture and rural development. That is actually not true. So 1, 2, and 3. If you can see these code in any of the options, then that option is correct. And yes, this is in option C, that 1, 2nd, and 3rd is correct. The first, second, and third one are correct. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question you have. Find the odd one out among the following with respect to the balance of payment in India. Now you need to be very, very sure that we are talking about the balance of payment in India. ठीक है? So you have to find out the odd one out. जो इसमें balance of payment in India के respect में, which is you would say कि जो odd है, you would have to mark that out. The options are investment by Indian investor under the Make in India program. Okay, ये एक option आपका option है. Investment by the Indian investors under the Make in India program. अब ये क्या है? Indian investors ही हैं, right? लेकिन when we say balance of payment, right? So although we'll be seeing the other options too. Option B क्या है? Loan received from Australia. Obviously abroad का that is one option. Investment जो भी abroad से है, that is option C, and purchase of machinery from abroad. So if you observe closely, this is pretty easy question. And if you observe closely, option A in itself is the odd one out. Why? Because Indian investor who is investing in India, we would not include that in the exports and imports of BOP, right? Because with the Indian investor, we would not include that. So option A, what? Option A is the incorrect option, or we would say option A is the odd one out over here. Okay. Now, moving on to question number 5, read this given statement carefully and choose the correct alternative. Now, this is pretty easy. Although आपका statement 1, statement 2 है, तो ऐसे वाले जो questions हैं, they itself rise the difficulty level, they itself raises the bar. But if you read the statements, it is easy to decode, है ना? काफी easy आपका हुआ होगा. So statement 1 कहता है that demonetization was an initiative which was taken by the government of India to curb black money, terrorism, and circulation of fake currency. Now, ये जो है, this is absolutely true that yes, these were the reasons of demonetization. Now, statement 2 is demonetization has led people to shift from cash payments to electronic payments. That is also true. Why? Because we have jumped from the conventional money to what? To digital currency, right? So yes, both the statements are true. We know that demonetization, it happened in midnight of 8th of November 2016, right? So option A, that both of these statements are true, is the right answer. Okay. Now question number 6 we have is the total stock of money in circulation among the public dash is called as money supply. अगर हमें money supply जानना है, money circulation जानना है, या फिर अगर हमें ये जानना है that at a particular point of time total stock कितना है economy में, what is the total stock of money in an economy, money in circulation within the economy or within the public, then it is known as what? That is known as money supply. And ये जो money supply है, ये हम किस में बात कर रहे हैं? We are talking about at a particular point of time. Right, so option is option D, that at a particular point of time the total stock of money in circulation among the public is known as what? It is known as the money supply. Now again, this is very easy question, बहुत easy question है. Of course आप लोग को confuse हो गए होंगे with the fiscal year, calendar year, but no, these two are not the right options. At a particular point of time is the right option. Okay, now question number 7, we have that all the currencies other than the domestic currency of a country are called as dash, right? So you have given options: foreign exchange rate, foreign exchange, foreign aid. Now ये तीन आपके पास alternatives given है, and you within these alternatives you need to find out, वही coding decoding वाला है यहाँ पे चलेगा. So again, reading the question, all currencies other than the domestic currency of a country is known as what? It is known as foreign exchange. Why हम इसे foreign exchange rate क्यों नहीं बोलेंगे? Because there is no any other currency जिसके comparison में exchange होगा, right? So it is known as what? It is known as the foreign exchange. That is it. So option 2 ही इसका correct है. Now let's see कि जो alternatives given है उसमें क्या second option ही केवल given है? Yes, it is given in option D, so that is true. Okay, so again this is a easy to moderate level question. Okay, now moving further to the next question number 8 we have, again we have been given two statements. बहुत ही easy आपको लग रहे हैं, देख कर ही आपको पता चल जाएगा कि correct क्या है, and you need to choose the right alternative. Statement 1 says that the government budget is a detailed economic statement presented by the finance minister. Now this statement 1 is absolutely true, that the finance minister presents the economic budget, the government budget, which is actually a detailed economic statement. Okay. Now, when I say statement number 2, which is the government budget consists of financial programs and policies of the government for the next year. Now, this is also true. Now, you might say कि मैम इसमें आपका financial programs and policies है, but are these financial programs and policies are a part of what? These will make, or these are a part of the financial statements, right? So what is a government budget? Government budget is a financial statement of a fiscal year, right? जिसमें जितने भी आपके programs है, policies है, वो सारे included होंगे ही. So both of the statements are true, and in this way आपका option A, that both the statements are true, is the right answer. Okay, I hope अभी तक उतनी ज़्यादा difficulty नहीं हुई होगी in solving the questions. Again, this is a easy level of question. Moving further, we have question number 9, which is from the statements choose the correct statement, right? ये जो question है, it is more on the difficult side. This is moderate to difficult. So I don't know how many of you have skipped this question, but ये जो आप ऐसे वाले questions ना देखकर थोड़े से confuse करते हैं. But let's see that which of the following statement is correct in this. ठीक है? पहला statement है that trade deficit refers to the excess of total value of exports over the total value of imports of goods and services. Now this is not correct, right? Second है trade surplus refers to the excess of total value of imports over total value of exports of goods and services. That is also not correct. Third is CAD, that is current account deficit of a nation, occurs when the foreign exchange receipts in current account fall short of the foreign exchange payments in the current account. Now option C जो है, that is true. Why? Because CAD actually occurs when the current account, they fall short of foreign payment in the current account, right? So option C क्या है, ये आपका correct option है. So even if you have skipped this question, it is okay, because you had the choice of skipping 4 questions out of 24 in the section A, right? Now moving to question number 10, very easy. ऐसे questions हम बहुत बार कर चुके हैं, बहुत आसान question है आपका. Only you need to identify the odd one out, and you have been given the functions of central bank. बहुत आसान question है. Central bank के आपको functions दे रखे हैं, and you just need to identify the odd one out. ठीक है? Although for your confusion, for creating confusion, they have given a proper flow chart and कुछ alternatives given है, right? But it is very easy. Just see the questions. Option A is that functions of central bank. Option A is that it is the currency authority, right? That is true, because that is one of the functions of the commercial bank. So that is actually true, right? Option B है banker to the public. No, central bank is not banker to the public. Central bank is the banker of the banks, or banker of the commercial banks. So basically option B is the odd one out over here, because option C में you have already been given bankers bank. जितने भी commercial banks है, उनका bank क्या है? उनका bank है RBI, and RBI is a regulator and controller of money supply in an economy. So apart from option B, all the options are the functions of central bank. So yes, option B is the right answer. And for visually impaired candidates, we have they have actually given instead of flowchart, they have given in the normal text format. So यहाँ पर भी आपका option B जो है वो आपका right option है. Okay. Now अभी तक we have done 10 questions, and I'm pretty sure अभी तक आप लोगों के 10 में से at least 8 to 9 questions तो correct होने ही होने चाहिए थे, right? Because उतना ज़्यादा कोई rocket science वाला question नहीं पूछा था, उतना ज़्यादा out of the blue कोई question नहीं पूछा था. In fact, अगर आपने अच्छे से prepare करा होगा, so you guys would be in a situation जब आप paper दे रहे होगे कि हम कौन सा skip करें, right? So you must be there in that situation. Now moving on to question number 11, we have, with the following statement, is correct with reference to the mixed economic system in India? Now, this is a very easy question. बहुत ही आसान क्वेश्चन है आपका कि आपको कुछ स्टेटमेंट्स गिवन है एंड यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई कि मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट रिलेट करता है व्हिच इज इन रेफरेंस विद द मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम. यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट स्टेटमेंट. और अगर आप सारे ऑप्शंस ना भी पढ़ो, सिंपली अगर आप ऑप्शन डी देखो, it is very easy. What is mixed economic system? In mixed economic system we follow PPP model. Now what is this PPP model? It is public private partnership model. ठीक है, जहां पर आपके public sector and private sector they coexist. So without wasting too much of time, I think आपने direct ही option D mark कर दिया होगा, right? That is what that is the coexistence of public and private sectors. Okay. Now, moving further to question number 12, and it is again the statement based question. Those statements हैं आपके and you have given the alternatives. Statement क्या है? The first statement is that zamindari was introduced by British to ensure proper control over the revenue system in India. Yes, zamindari system was one of the three systems which was introduced by the Britishers so that वो revenue system जो है India को उस पे control कर सके. Three systems कौन-कौन से थे? We had the zamindari system, the mahalwari system and the rutwari system. लेकिन यहाँ पर जमींदारी सिस्टम की बात हुई है which was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. So yes, this statement is actually true that zamindari system was introduced by Britishers to ensure proper control over the revenue system in India. लेकिन जो statement 2 इन्होंने दे रखा है वो क्या है? That zamindars were given full freedom to collect and keep the rent collected by them. Now अगर केवल दिया होता were given full freedom to collect, had this been the thing, आपका बिल्कुल करेक्ट होता, बट यहां पर उन्होंने एक वर्ड दे दिया एंड कीप द रेंट कलेक्टेड. नाउ जमींदार्स के पास वो राइट नहीं था टू कीप द रेंट विद देमसेल्व्स बिकॉज़ जमींदार दे वर जस्ट एक्ट, दे यूज्ड टू एक्ट एज मीडिएटर्स एंड वो रेंट किसके पास जाता था? वो रेंट जाता था ब्रिटिशर्स के पास. सो स्टेटमेंट 1 इज ट्रू बट स्टेटमेंट 2 इज false. So इसके साथ साथ which is the right alternative for question number 12? Option A, that statement A is true and statement 2 is false is the right option, right? Now moving on to question number 13, we have dash was the objective of import substitution of the policy in India. अब import substitution policy का जो main objective था और we can say one of the objective था वो क्या था कि हमारी domestic industries को, हमारे domestic market को protect करना from the foreign competition. Okay, हमारी domestic industries को protect करना from foreign competition. इसके this was one of the objective of the import substitution policy, right? जो इंडिया में लगाई गई. So for question number 13 you have option B. Now again a very easy question. इतना ज्यादा सोचने का जरूरत नहीं है, काफी ज्यादा आसान क्वेश्चन है. 13 का ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर बिकॉज द डोमेस्टिक इंडस्ट्रीज उतने ज्यादा उस वक्त डेवलप नहीं थे एंड वी नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट दोस डोमेस्टिक इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रॉम द फॉरेन मार्केट और फॉरेन competition. Now moving on to question number 14, we have that again two statements are given. Pretty easy statement, बहुत basic statements है. Again I would say that the question is on the easier side, right? Statement 1 आपकी है that the official data on poverty is issued by NITI Aayog, that is National Institution for Transforming India Ayog. That is actually true. And statement 2 is that since independence the number of poor people in India has declined. Yes, that is also true. That independence के time से अगर हम देखें तो poverty in India has actually declined, right? You would say कि मैम poverty decline कैसे हुई है because हमारी जो population है वो बढ़ी हुई है, but if we see on the larger scale, yes, since independence अगर हम rate देखें तो poverty has actually declined. So that is also true. For question number 14 we would say that both the statements are true. Option C is the right answer, right? Now moving on to question number 15, we have read the following statements carefully and choose the correct alternative. Now ये जो question है आपका ये भी बहुत ज्यादा easy है, बहुत ज्यादा basic question है, उतना ज्यादा इसमें कुछ आपको knowledge नहीं लगाना. अगर आपको simple सा पता है you could still answer this. Okay, statement 1 is that economic reforms of 1991, that is the LPG policy, paved the way for liberalization of Indian economy. That is true because economic reforms of 1991 में majorly आपकी LPG policies आएंगी, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, and it actually paved the way for liberalization of Indian economy. That is true, right? Second statement है आपका economic reforms of 1991 relax the restrictions imposed by the government and private sectors. Yes, under the liberalization thing, आपके restrictions जो थे वो थोड़े कम हो गए थे, relaxations were given to the industries and the private sector. That is also true. So ये आपका statement भी true हो गया. What does that mean? This means option C is correct, that both the statements are true. Okay, so by now I would say उतनी ज्यादा difficulty आपको नहीं हुई होगी यहाँ पर, right? Moving on to question number 16, we have GST का question हमें दिख रहा है, बहुत ही बेसिक सा क्वेश्चन है जीएसटी के बारे में. अगर आपने नॉर्मली भी प्रथम के क्लासेस से पढ़ा होगा या फिर अगर आप प्रथम के स्टूडेंट हैं एंड आपने अपनी इंडियन इकोनॉमी की क्लास अटेंड करी होगी, देयर इज ओनली वन स्लाइड व्हिच इज देयर ऑन जीएसटी. बट अगर आपने केवल वो ही स्लाइड पढ़ी है, स्टिल आई एम 110% श्योर कि आप ये क्वेश्चन इजीली कर पा रहे होगे, बिकॉज इट इज प्रीटी इजी. So options है, again I would say it is an easy question, irrespective आपको जीएसटी के बारे में डेप्थ पता है या नहीं पता, but still this is something which you should be able to answer, right? So GST ensures the uniformity of taxation across all the states. That is true. Second statement is that it ensures better tax compliance and tax collection. That is also true. Third statement, all types of direct and indirect taxes have been subsumed by GST. Now you need to know that GST is a unified indirect taxes, उसमें direct taxes नहीं आते. So option C is the right answer. Basically option C is not related to GST and it is imposed on supply of goods and services. वो तो हमें पता ही है, because GST is what? GST is the goods and service tax. So option C is the right answer of this question. Moving on to question number 17. Now you need to list, or you need to just identify that कौन सा item in the options given would appear on the credit side of capital account of BOP. Now you know हमने पढ़ा था classes में that one is the credit side and one is the debit side, right? तो BOP capital account of BOP के credit side में क्या आएगा? Capital account of BOP के credit side में आपका क्या आएगा? It would be the borrowings from rest of the world. ठीक है, borrowings from rest of the world क्या आएगा? आपका आएगा credit side of the BOP, because option A, that is education consultation from a firm in New York, ये आपका current account में आएगा because it is one of the service. ठीक है, education is a service, so आपका current account में आएगा. Second है आपका borrowings from rest of the world, ये आपका credit side में आएगा, capital account. And if I talk about the earthquake relief aid received from France, which is option C, so that would include a unilateral payment. That would be a one-sided payment. So yes, option B is the right answer. And again, it is a question from easy to moderate side. Okay. Moving on to question number 18, we have identify the following statements is not correct with reference to self-help groups. Now आपके SHGs की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर. Very simple, आप normally statement पढ़ो that group members in need of funds can borrow at nominal rate of interest. That is absolutely correct. ये आपका सही है. Borrowings in microcredit system are mainly taken for consumption purposes. That is also correct in some way, because कुछ जो है आपके consumption purposes के लिए भी लिए जाते हैं. Third option is microcredit system has helped men in the rural areas to become self-dependent. यहाँ पर specifically mention किया है men, whereas self-help groups जो है वो women के लिए भी हैं, और बहुत सारे women are the beneficiaries of the self-help group. So in this particular question, option C is the right answer because it is not related to SHGs or the self-help groups. So 18 में option C is the right answer. Rest all are correct. Now moving on to question number 19, which is you need to read the statements. Two statements are given. I would say that this question is on moderate to difficult side. Okay, but you have, again, I would repeat this, you had the option of skipping this question if required. So let's see what are the statements. The statement is recovery of loan is a non-debt creating capital receipt. Now this is true that loan recovery जो है it is a non-debt creating capital receipt में आता है. And statement 2 is recovery of loans causes a reduction in assets of the government. Now you need to know that जो आपका recovery of loans है, it is treated as what? It is treated as a capital receipt. Why? Because it actually reduces the assets of the government. Okay, so statement true भी आपका true है. So what does that mean? This means that both the statements actually, A and B, both the statement 1 and 2 is correct. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Now Question number 20 we have, which of the following features are identified for the urban poor? Right, दो टाइप के पुअर्स है, हमने क्लास में पढ़ा था. We have rural poor and we have urban poor. कुछ फीचर्स दे रखे हैं अर्बन पुअर के, like lack of income generating assets, limited skill availability, lack of job security, and lack of job opportunities. Now these are the four features which are given for urban poor, and you need to identify कि इन चारों में से क्या है, कौन सा urban poor से related है. Now according to me, all the four features are actually related to urban poor, right? चारों के चारों features जो है वो urban poor से related है. So option C will be the right answer. Lack of income generating assets, limited skill availability, lack of job security, and lack of job opportunities. All of these are related, but इन सम केसेस, और आपको ये भी लग सकता है कुछ जगह आपको ऑप्शन डी भी राइट दे सकते हैं, बिकॉज ऑप्शन 2 जो है लिमिटेड स्किल अवेलेबिलिटी इज नॉट आइडेंटिफाइड एज अ फीचर ऑफ अर्बन पुअर. तो यहाँ पर आपका थोड़ा सा डाइसी हो सकता है बिटवीन ऑप्शन सी एंड ऑप्शन डी, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर. सो आई वुड से because of this dilemma I will put this question in a moderate category. Okay, now question number 21 we have, which of the following is correct with reference to the Ministry of Finance? बहुत ही आसान question है आपका, right? Issue coins only, नहीं, ये आपका गलत है, because only यहाँ पर आ गया, केवल वो coins issue नहीं करता है. It issues all types of currency notes, and actually this is also not correct, because सारे currency notes जो है वो issue नहीं करता Ministry of Finance. It issues only coins and 1 rupee note. Only 1 rupee note and coins issue karta hai. So option C is the right answer. Pretty easy question. Now question number 22 we have for you. On the eve of independence, India's demographic condition was characterized by which of the following statement? Now you have been given few alternatives and you need to identify कि at the time of independence, ये बात हो रही है 1950s 51 की, कि इंडिया का demographic condition कैसा था. Now this also we have studied in our was one of the video lectures which we do on Pratham's channel. So हमें पता है that on the eve of independence हमारा literacy level जो था वो बहुत ज्यादा आपका क्या था, कम था. हमारा जो death rate था, or we should say the mortality rate बहुत ज्यादा high था, एंड जो लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी थी वो बहुत ज्यादा कम था. सो ये देख लीजिए ये तीनों चीजें कहाँ कहाँ आ रही हैं. लो लेवल ऑफ लिटरेसी, high mortality rate, and low life expectancy. So that is in option D, which is the right option. Again, a very easy question, right? Now moving on to question number 23 we have, in India, agricultural subsidies have always been a topic of debate among the economic thinkers, right? And you have to, with reference to the statement given, you have to identify that which of the options or which of the statement is not in argument of favor of continuation of agricultural subsidies in India, right? So कौन सा argument जो नीचे दिया हुआ है, it is not in the favor of that. So you need to identify that. Option A, B, C अगर आप देखो, all of these are in the favor of this argument. Key subsidies जो है basically encourage the farmers to adopt newer technologies, right? Secondly, subsidies it help the farmers to face the uncertainties of future. That is also correct. Third is that subsidies aim to reduce the inequalities in rich and poor. That is also correct. And the fourth option, if you see, that subsidies they mainly benefit the fertilizer industry and big farmers. Now यहाँ पर आपका क्या है, कैटेगराइजेशन आ गया कि इंडस्ट्रीज में भी केवल फर्टिलाइजर इंडस्ट्रीज एंड बिग फार्मर्स ही केवल आए हैं, बट नो, सब्सिडीज इट एक्चुअली benefits everybody, not just one industry. It benefits everybody, right? It benefits all the industries and it benefits more or less all the farmers. So option D is not in favor of the argument. Okay, so in question number 23, option D is the right answer. Again, I would put this question over in the moderate level category. Okay, question number 24 guys, we have identify the correct statement from the following. Again, four options aapko given hai. I would put this in the moderate to difficult category. It is moderate to difficult category ka question, right? And you have to identify the correct statement. आपको चार statements given है, and the correct statement over here is that India, it generated export surplus under the colonial rule. That is actually the most correct statement in the all the four options given. Okay, because हमारा क्या था, हम export ज्यादा करते थे, राइट, हम अपने रॉ मटेरियल्स का एक्सपोर्ट करते थे, फिनिश गुड्स का क्या करते थे, इंपोर्ट करते थे. सो दैट इज वन ऑफ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. Now, out of these 24 questions, you had the option of doing only 20. आप 4 questions skip कर सकते थे. So, जो भी आपके वो difficult question थे, I am assuming आप लोगों ने वो skip करे होंगे and you have saved yourself from getting wrong answers because आपको 4 options तो थे कि आपको नहीं करने. You could have leave that. Okay. So, yes, now moving on to question number 25th, we have consider the following statement about portfolio investment in India and have to choose the correct alternative. Portfolio investment की बात हो रही है. यहाँ पर जब भी portfolio investment की बात होती है तो क्या है, ये आपका क्या है कि foreign company started subsidiary company in India. ये that is one option. The investment made by foreign company to acquire some company in India, right? आपके goods and services के generally if we talk portfolio investment क्या, it's related to goods and services, it is not related to the shares. ठीक है, तो buying shares Indian market में क्या है by foreign investors is included in the portfolio investment. So basically आपका क्या है in this particular thing, in portfolio investment, buying shares in the market by some foreign investors, that is the right answer. So that is option C. That is an option C. Again, I would say it is a difficult level question, moderate to difficult. अगर आपने skip करा होगा, it's completely fine because आगे जो questions है they are pretty easy. Now question number 26 we have again statement based question है आपका, बहुत ही easy question है. The question is statement 1 is that the RBI keeps a certain percentage of deposit as a reserve to avoid too much lending to public. Yes, that is true. Money supply को control करेंगे, this measure is done, so that is actually true. Statement 2 we have the reserve deposit ratio act as a deterrence to amount of credit created by the commercial banks. That is actually true. So दोनों के दोनों statements correct हैं. Both the statements are true. Option C is the right answer. Again, it is a moderate level question. अगर आपका concept clarity होगा, अगर आपका vocab अच्छा होगा, you could have easily answered it out. Okay. Now question number 27 we have, which of the following is not a valid statement in context of IPR 1956? IPR 1956 is the Industrial Policy Revolution of 1956. उसमें क्या था, it's not a valid statement in context of that. Option A है आपका valid statement. Option B जो है tax benefits were given to the industries, ये आपका correct है. Option C जो आपका दिया हुआ है वो ये है that few industries were allowed to own by private sectors. That is also true because IPR में ये हुआ था. And option D अगर आप देखो, goods produced by small scale industries were de-reserved. Now this is actually the wrong option, right? This is not the correct option. एक कार्वे कमेटी थी, so वहां पर क्या था, रिजर्व किया गया था according to that committee. So option D जो है वो आपका wrong option है. ठीक है. Question number 28 again assertion and reason based question है. Easy है अगर आपको बस confuse ना हो by seeing the alternatives. Okay. Assertion क्या है? Assertion है that after independence there was an expansion in farm and non-farm output, income and employment. ठीक है, ये assertion actually true है कि after independence काफी ज्यादा development हुआ था in the farm and non-farm activities both. Okay, not just in the agricultural sector or in the industrial sector. Whereas option जो इसका reason है वो क्या है, that rural banking has helped farmers to avail the benefits of credit facilities for meeting their ends. That is actually true because हमारा जो banking system है, especially जो rural banking system है, वो काफी ज्यादा हमारा डेवलप कर गया था, and because of that farmers ने बहुत सारे benefits लिए. So आपका जो reason है वो क्या है, reason भी आपका true है. So both the assertion and reason is true. That is option A is the right answer for question number 28. Again, I would say a moderate question. I would not keep it in the easy category. I would not keep it in the difficult category because ये आपका moderate level का question है. So okay, easily आप कर सकते होगे ये अगर आपने पढ़ा होगा. Now question number 29 we have you have to identify the incorrect statement. 4 statements आपको given है and इसमें मुझे option C देखकर ही पता चल रहा है it's pretty easy question. And option C जो आपका है that human capital is separable from its owner, that is actually incorrect because human capital is separable from its owner, right? आप human capital को उसके owner से separate नहीं कर सकते. So Option C is actually incorrect. बाकी सारे आप देखो that human capital it enhance the labor productivity, ये भी true है. Human capital it enhances the efficiency and skills, actually this is also true. Human capital it treats human beings as a means to end, that is also true. But option C जो है वो आपका true नहीं है, that is actually incorrect. It's pretty easy question, हो गया होगा आप लोगों से, right? Question number 30 we have again statements, reason, assertion आपका दिया हुआ है. Assertion है that urban poverty is considered as a spillover of rural poverty. Question number 30 we are doing, that is true. Urban poverty is considered as a spillover of rural poverty, ये true है. अब ये rural poverty क्यों होती है या फिर urban poverty अगर हम बोले तो क्यों होती है? Because जो rural poor होते हैं they migrate to cities, वो urban areas में migrate कर देते हैं in search of food, in search of unemployment, in search of employment or livelihood, right? So both the reason and assertion are true, and that is the assertion का जो reason दिया हुआ है that is actually the correct reason. So for question number 30, option A is correct, that both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. I would say again this is question from easy side, काफी easy question था, easily आपसे you could have done this, right? Question number 31 for you we have यहाँ पर आपको प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना which is one of the poverty alleviation program, उससे रिलेटेड 4 स्टेटमेंट्स आपको दे रखी हैं, राइट? सो क्लियरली यहाँ पर दिख रहा है दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू the options given, the प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना, according to the options given क्या है कि account holder is entitled to rupees 5 lakh accidental insurance and rupees 30,000 का life insurance. That is actually false. It is a false statement. बाकी सारे correct हैं. So प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना बहुत ही clearly हमने पढ़ा था is one of the poverty alleviation programs. You have done this. Again a easy question because बाकी सारे options clearly shows ये आपके इस particular योजना, इस particular poverty alleviation program से related है, right? For question number 32 we have which of the following statement is not false. Basically ऐसे questions, ऐसा language is kept just to confuse you, right? Not false का मतलब क्या है? Which of the following statement is true. ठीक है, आपको सिर्फ correct statement ढूंढनी है, और वो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट क्या है? करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट आपकी है फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 32 दैट एक्सपेंडिचर पर स्टूडेंट एट टर्शियरी लेवल इज हायर देन दैट ऑफ एलिमेंट्री लेवल ऑफ एजुकेशन. टर्शियरी लेवल की जो एजुकेशन का एक्सपेंडिचर है ऑफ कोर्स इट इज हायर, राइट, देन द एलिमेंट्री लेवल. जो बेसिक लेवल है, जो बिगिनर्स लेवल है, वो हायर है. सो ऑप्शन डी इज एक्चुअली द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. बाकी सारे इज इनकरेक्ट. अगेन वेरी वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, राइट? Question number 33, very basic, very easy, very straight. Simply आपसे पूछ रहा है कि structural composition क्या होता है? Structural composition is basically कि जो different sectors of the society हैं, हमारे different sectors of the economy हैं, tertiary sector, secondary sector, primary sector, उसमें क्या क्या composition of people engaged हैं, कितने कितने लोग engaged हैं, what percentage of the people are engaged in the different sectors of society, in the different sectors of economy. So option B जो आपका है वो correct option है, right? That structural composition, it refers to the number of people engaged in different sectors. Very easy question. Question number 34, again a statement based question, and it is, I would say, moderate level का question है. Why it's a moderate level question वो मैं आपको भी बताती हूँ. Statement 1 कहता है that modernization refers to the use of new technology only, right? Statement 1 क्या कहता है? Statement 1 कहता है that modernization refers to the use of new technology only. अब यहाँ पर आपका only आ गया, but केवल क्या न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी है? नो, मॉडर्नाइजेशन में बाकी और सारे फैक्टर्स भी हैं जो इसमें इंक्लूडेड हैं. सो इट इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. सो स्टेटमेंट 1 इन इटसेल्फ इज फॉल्स. लेकिन अगर आपने ध्यान से नहीं पढ़ा, राइट, अगर आपने ध्यान से नहीं पढ़ा, यस, वेरी गुड आयुष, इसका करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज स्टेटमेंट 2 जो है वो आपका करेक्ट है, which is that modernization it enhances the productivity in an economy. Women must be given equal opportunities at workplace, right? ये आपका correct है. That is what modernization is, and it is not only and only about the use of new technologies, right? So statement 2 is true and statement 1 is false. That is actually the correct answer. And अगर आपने केवल ये word skip कर दिया, आप गलत आंसर मार्क करके आ गए होगे, right? आप ऑप्शन सी मार्क करके आ गए होगे. So that is the reason why I've kept this in the moderate category. Okay, Question number 35 we have identify the incorrect statement from the following. यहाँ पर बात हो रही है diversification की. Now यहाँ पर question number 35 में आपको incorrect statement आपको जो है identify करना है. And A, B and C all the three are correct statements. जो incorrect statement है वो क्या है? That diversification is not beneficial. जो diversification of activities है, those are actually beneficial, and that is the reason why it is being done. So 35, I would say again a moderate question, and the question is that diversification activities are not beneficial. That is one of the incorrect statements in this particular question. Okay. Now question number 36, I would say अगर आपने ये प्रैक्टिस किया होगा तो आपके लिए इजी होगा. अदरवाइज मैं इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन को रखूंगी फ्रॉम मॉडरेट टू डिफिकल्ट साइड. राइट, मॉडरेट टू डिफिकल्ट साइड पे आई वुड कीप दिस क्वेश्चन दैट suppose money created by the banking system is ₹1000. Okay, and primary deposit 250 उन्होंने रखा है. The respective value of deposit multiplier and reserve ratio would be dash. Money कितना बार create, money कितना create हुआ है? It has been created of ₹1000. ₹1000 का money create हुआ. Initial deposit कितना था? Initial deposit या primary deposit कितना था? Primary deposit या initial deposit था of ₹250. You need to know about the money multiplier and कितना reserve ratio रखा होगा. So बहुत easy है. 250 को जब आप 4 बार करोगे, right, तो obviously 1000 का number आ जाएगा, and 250 25% of 1000 is 250. So option A is the right option, that 4 and 25%. Okay. Now question number 37 we have identify the incorrect statement with reference to BOP. Now I would keep this question again on moderate side. ये moderate level का question है, ठीक है. In this particular question, export of machinery is recorded in capital account. ये आपका incorrect है. Why? Because the export of machinery जो है goods and services included है, so it is recorded in the current account and not in the capital account. Okay. Question number 38, you have read the following statements and you need to choose the right alternative. Now, I would again say this question of that it is of a moderate level, moderate category का question है. Let's see the alternatives. Option A is that in developing countries, growth of human capital has been faster than the growth of per capita real income. Now, ये आपका चीज true है that yes, it is true in developing countries. Reason जो इसका दिया है, it is that empirical evidences to prove that increases human capital causes economic growth is rather nebulous. Now this is also true, but it is not the correct explanation. So क्या है आपका option B right answer है that yes it is true but it is not the correct explanation. ठीक है. Now question number 39 is one such question, very easy, जो हमने आई थिंक अपने वीडियो लेक्चर्स में भी करा है, हमने अपनी क्लासेस में भी करा है, दैट द प्रोसेस व्हिच इन्वॉल्व्स असेंबलिंग, स्टोरेज, प्रोसेसिंग, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, ग्रेडिंग, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, पैकेजिंग of different agricultural commodities across the country is known as what? ये सारा इंक्लूड आपका होता है in agricultural marketing. Very easy question, बहुत easy था, easily आप लोगों ने कर लिया होगा. So that is agricultural marketing for you. Okay. Now moving on to question number 40, we have if India has to make real progress, it has to develop its rural areas. Now you need to identify the incorrect reason for this particular statement. Now ये आपका एक difficult level का question I would say. अगर आप इसे skip कर देते, still it would have been fine. अगर आपको नहीं आता आप skip कर सकते थे. But in this particular question, option D जो है वो I would say easy ही है. अगर आप सारे options पढ़ोगे तो easy ही है. Right, so option D would be basically what it is the right option. I would keep this as an easy question. Option D kya hai? That the majority of rural people have access to basic necessities of life. No, that is actually wrong because food, clothing and shelter जो basic necessities of life है उसका भी access नहीं है to the rural people. So 40 का D is the incorrect option. Okay. Now question number 41 we have again reason and assertion. Assertion है notes and coins are the only source of money supply in an economy. Only source दिया हुआ है. No, it is these are not the only source of money supply. We have digital currency, we have plastic money, right? So that is not true. Assertion जो है वो आपका false है, वो आपका true नहीं है. Reason क्या है? That demand deposits with the commercial bank is also a component of money supply. That is actually true. So आपका assertion जो है वो false है. Reason जो है वो आपका जो है वो true है. So in that case 41 का D option, that assertion is false and reason is true, is the right answer. Again, a very easy question. Okay. Now question number 42 we have program that improves the food and nutritional status of poor are. Now आपके again poverty alleviation programs हैं, आपको कुछ schemes, कुछ programs दे रखे हैं in which you need to identify कि food and nutrition से related कौन-कौन से हैं. So except 4, बाकी जो 3 है ये तीनों के तीनों food and nutrition से related हैं, except the national family benefit scheme. So option 1, 2 and 3 जहां पर भी होगा, that is in option B is the right answer. Pretty easy, pretty basic question. कुछ इतना ज्यादा दिमाग लगाने की इसमें जरूरत है नहीं यहाँ पे. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 43 बहुत ही बेसिक, बहुत ही इजी क्वेश्चन है. Number of times the commercial banks are able to create total deposits with the help of reserve ratio and initial deposits. हमने पढ़ा था, इसको हम बोलते हैं मनी मल्टीप्लायर. राइट, कितनी बार हमारा जो मनी है वो मल्टीप्लाई होता है, इट इज नोन एज मनी मल्टीप्लायर, व्हिच इज ऑप्शन बी. काफी इजी है. Money multiplier से related we have done few numericals too, so yes, it is easy. Okay, now moving further we have question number 44, which is if balance of trade of a nation shows a deficit of 300 crores, the value of exports are 400 crores and the transfer payment are 50 crores, how much will be the value of imports. ठीक है, आपको imports का value उन्होंने पूछा है, तो simple सी चीज है, अगर आपको imports M का value निकालना है तो you can add deficit and exports X. तो आपके deficit कितना है 300, आपका deficit 300 crores are the deficit and exports कितना है 400 crores. तो import कितना होगा, simple सी बात है, option D 700 crores will be the imports. आपका moderate level का question ही, I would say it's a question of moderate level. नहीं भी आता था, you could have skipped that pretty easy, right? Now question number 45, again a statement based question. The question ka statement 1 is employment and poverty are directly related. Now this statement is actually true, that yes, they are directly related. Now second statement hai that employment refers to the situation when someone is able and willing to work and does not find work at a prevailing wage, and this will result into poverty of the masses. This is actually true, dono ke dono true hai. So option A, that both of these are true, is the correct option. Again, very easy question, utna zyada time nahi lagna chahiye tha to do this particular question, right? Now question number 46, again a statement based question, reason assertion based question है, बहुत easy है, ये हमने classes में भी अपना पढ़ा है. That assertion है managed floating exchange rate is also known as the hybrid system. Hybrid because it is a mix of two. Mix of what? It is a combination of flexible and fixed exchange rate. So दोनों ही आपके का hybrid system. आपका reason देखो, that managed floating exchange rate system is a combination of flexible and fixed. That is also true. दोनों ही चीजें आपकी true हैं. So for 46, pretty easy question. And for question number 46, option A, that both reason and assertion are true and reason is the correct explanation, is the right answer. Okay. Now question number 47, we have from the following identify the incorrect statement in the light of India's pre-independence occupational structure. Right, आपको incorrect statement आपको बताना है in question number 47. Right, I would say moderate question है आपका, it is a moderate question, and incorrect statement is statement number B, which is that industrial and service sector, they grew at a faster rate than the agricultural sector at the time of pre-independence. ये आपका गलत है, because agricultural sector जो था वो काफी ज्यादा faster rate से grew कर रहा था than industrial and service, अगर हम देखें तो, because majority of the population was engaged in the agricultural sector. Right? Now, next we have question number 48, which is identify the organization which is functioning as an apex organization to provide quality of education. बहुत ही easy question था. It is NCERT, that is National Council of Education Research and Training. Right, हमारे schools में भी NCERT books लगे हुए हैं, so बहुत easy है. Question number 48 का option D. Right, NCERT is the right answer of this particular question. right? Now, moving further to question number 49 to 54, ये आपको एक table given है, and according to this table you can see आपको कुछ कुछ items हैं और उनका जो value है वो दिया गया है. Let's see the first question which is based on this particular table, that is question number 49. I would say that this is a difficult level question. ये difficult level question आपने skip कर दिया है. It's completely fine. Skip kar do. It's okay because here you also have the option of skipping the question. This particular section, out of 12 questions, you could have skipped 2. It's okay. Otherwise, for 49 and 50, since we are running short of time, we have another session at 7. I would not tell you the proper calculation how to do that. I'm just giving you the right answer. For question number 49, right answer is option B, which is 7.96. Because आपसे कुछ fiscal deficit पूछा है, तो total expenditure minus total revenue से आप निकाल सकते हैं. So that is option B. For question number 50, again I would say a difficult level question for someone जिसको numericals करने उतने ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं है. So I would tell you the correct answer of this, and in this particular question the correct answer is 7.08. That is option B. Okay. Now 51 pretty easy है आपका. अगर आपको रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट पता है ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट बजट, आप क्लियरली बता सकते हो रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट इज इक्वल टू रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर माइनस रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स, और बाकी ऑप्शंस देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. ऑप्शन डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर माइनस रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स मेक द रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट. ठीक है, सो 51 ऑप्शन डी इज द राइट आंसर. Now for question number 52, we have which of the following is a non-tax receipt. In this, gift tax is a non-tax receipt, sales tax, excise duty is sub non-tax receipt except the dividend. So easy here, dividend is a non-tax receipt. Question number 53, we have expenditure on the old age pension is an example of what? It is an example of revenue expenditure, right? It is an example of revenue expenditure. So again, an easy level question, very easy. Question number 54, we have dash is or are debt creating capital receipts for the government. Now you need to know जो World Bank से जो borrowings ली जाती हैं वो आपके debt creating capital receipts होते हैं of the government. Moderate level का question है आपका, right? Question number 54, option C is the right answer over here. Now question number 55 to 60, these are based on again passage आपको given, and if you see MSME से related passage given, and one pro tip which I gave you actually was कि आप instead of reading the passage and wasting the time, you could have directly jumped on to the questions. आप questions attempt करके देखो, अगर आपके easily attempt हो जाते हैं well and good, नहीं होते हैं in that case you can take reference of the passage. So let's see what are the questions. Question number 55 is you need to read the statements, assertion and reason आपके given, and you need to identify कौन सा alternative correct है. Assertion है आपका question number 55 का that globalization has resulted in higher inflows of foreign exchange in Indian economy. That is true because globalization has actually connected the or integrated the world economy to Indian economy to the world economy. Domestic को world economy से combine कर दिया है. Reason जो आपका दिया है वो क्या है? That integration of domestic economy with the rest of the world through trade and capital flow, that is also true. So basically इसमें आपका option A correct है, that both the reason and assertion are true, and that's the correct explanation. So I don't think so इस particular question को करने के लिए you would require to actually go through the passage. No, it is not like that, right? Now for 56, we have which of the following is not a feature of MSME. Now again, this is a moderate, easy to moderate question है आपका. Not a feature of MSMEs है. And in question number 56, you should know that out of these four options, A, B, C, and D, option C, which is MSMEs lead to concentration of wealth in few hands, is actually the wrong option. It is not an option which is related to MSMEs. बाकी सारे related हैं. Use of more labor, less capital, regional development है, social welfare, बाकी सारे related हैं except the concentration of wealth in few hands. For question number 57, we have on the basis of the given text and common knowledge, identify the incorrect statements. आपको incorrect statements identify करने हैं, and again it is a moderate level question. आप सारे statements पढ़ोगे आपको सही लगेगा, but option D जो है that MSMEs are the nominal source of employment in India. No, it is not just a mere source of employment in India, because काफी सारे जो हमारी industries हैं, काफी सारे जो small scale industries है, they are related to the MSME sector. So they are not only the nominal source, काफी ज़्यादा major chunk जो है वो employment in India are आपके MSME से आता है, which is actually giving the passage to. Now, question number 58, we have identified the incorrect statement. Yeah, I would say question number 58, I would say is a moderate question, right? You need to identify the incorrect statement. आप इस question को currently you can take reference of the passage, right? But option B, that is MSMEs account for more than 50% of the exports. This option is incorrect. Baki all the options are correct. Right, now let's see question number 59. We are only left with two questions. Question number 59 is, vocal for local initiative of the government of India is a boon for MSME sector as it does what? Right, अगर आप और A option देखो, B देखो, C देखो, तीनों ही related हैं with this, but use of superior technology is not related, because अगर वो superior technology से related होते तो उनको फिर vocal for India, vocal for local होने की जरूरत नहीं होती, right? So 1, 2 and 3 are correct. ये तीनों आपके correct है except this one. ये तीनों किस में है? These are in option D. That is 1, 2 and 3. Again, a very easy question. नहीं भी पढ़ा होगा passage चलेगा. And the last question is, dash is the outcome of structural measure under new economic policy of 1991. ये आपका है. इसमें आप देखो that it improved the efficiency. That is correct. It increases the international competitiveness. That is correct, because LPG से आपका globalization में integrating the domestic economy with the world economy आ गया था. It removed the rigidities. That is also correct, because जितने भी ज़्यादा आपकी rigidities थी वो हट गई थी, relaxations दी गई थी. तो actually all the three are correct and all three are related to MSME. All the three are related to the new economic policy of 1991, which is actually the LPG policy. So in this case, option C is the right answer. Again, an easy question, काफी ज़्यादा easy question था. And with this, we have discussed all the questions. I've given you the correct answers of all the questions. Then now you may please check. आप लोगों ने अपने answers mark करे होंगे. You can please check if this set relates to you. And yes, thank you so much for staying tuned. And yeah, good luck for next exam. Subscribe to Pratham Test Prep channel, like this video, and all the very best. See you soon, super soon. Bye bye. Take care.